Alright, this video is about importing the actual input file into Abaqus. So once we have the file here, we can go to Abaqus and take a new model database, go to File, Import, Model. And then we might need to change this to Abaqus input file, imp. And then select the mesh.imp, whatever you have named it to. In my case, it's mesh.imp, and click OK. So now we can see here that mesh is there's a new model called mesh. I think it takes the actual file name as the model name. So we can expand this, and then nothing shows up here. So we can double click on part, and then we can see it here. And actually create this part, because when you double click you actually want to create a new one. So let's see what we have in here. Part, if you expand that, you will see here is part 1, and that's the default name that we have assigned in MATLAB, I believe. It takes the default name is part 1, and the default job name is job 1. So that's where that comes from. And you can, of course, rename this yourself in MATLAB. Let's go back to Abaqus. Alright, so expand part 1. We can see we have a feature here. If you expand that, you can see you have an orphan mesh. That means that this mesh here is not editable. You cannot edit it in. You cannot change the parameters rather in Abaqus. And if you expand sets, you will see that you have your boundary conditions here. It's all caps for some reason, but yeah, you have your boundary conditions, and if you click on them, you can see that they're actually selected here. And you have load, which is this one node here. All right, so far so good. So we can actually inspect this further. If you go to tools, you can go to query, and you get this box, and here you can select mesh, and then you can just query entire part, selected elements. And if you select this, press done, you get in the status box here, you get total number of nodes 306, total number of elements 250, and we have 250 linear quadrilateral elements of type CPE4. So yeah, it has recognized our node sets and read the entire file, and yeah, it appears to be right. So that's one way of verifying that you have imported the mesh correctly. And well, yeah, now we can begin our analysis of this. So close this down, and let's get to it.